Hello, everyone. Hi, my name is Melly Pretty. Today we are here conducting Mr. Mo Static's interview. Today I have with me the lovely Miss Tia and Dr. D. All right, Mo. The first thing I would like for you to do for me is throw up those macros from the beginning to the end. Try to take 2 seconds before throwing them up. You're putting it up twice. Okay, great job, great job. All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and go over the HP rules with you. If you have any questions after I read the HP rules, be free to do so. Rule number 1, do not resuscitate any patients surrounding, streets surrounding the hospital, PvP, Blue Territory events, or Army base. Do not serve patients who have their weapons drawn. Do not stand cell on the main lobby floor. Do not go AFK while on duty because it is a 3-day ban and demotion and all funds return. And when I say AFK, I mean away from keyboard. Only 2 members may be at each desk in rank order, and that order is brown, maroon, white, and then green. Up to 3 may line down the hall, also in rank order. If your medication wait time is over 5 minutes, go on emergency calls or med deliveries. If the wait is under 5 minutes, wait in the cafeteria. Whatever you do, do not spawn the bus. You must have a DCP or a CP's permission. Radio checks are mandatory, so whenever you see them radio checks in the chat, please hit it with a 10-4 copy. Now, the last new rule for HP is do not stand by the bushes because it is automatically 1 rep and dismiss. Did you have any questions on your HP rules?
No.
All right. Dr. D, if you would like to go ahead and go over the MD rules.
I got you. MD1, you already said you cannot attend PvP territories without a Reg 7, right?
Well, I didn't say the Reg 7 part, but I told him he cannot go to the he can't perform CPRs at Territory Army Base.
All right.
No, you good.
MD1, refusal to provide medical assistance. So refusal to give medicine to civilians or resuscitate a person without a justified RP reason, provided there's no threat to the turf war, active shootout, standoff. That's 1 reprimand. MD2, firearm usage. Use of firearms by medical staff is strictly prohibited. Punishment dismissal from the faction. MD3, adherence to project rules. Medical faction members must follow all established project rules. Punishment from 1 warning to 1 reprimand. MD4, use of official vehicles for personal activities. Personal use of official medical vehicles is prohibited. Punishment warning. MD5, issuing medical certificates. Issuing medical certificates outside the hospital setting is forbidden. Punishment 1 warning. MD6, medical action during dangerous situations. Selling medical pills or resuscitating players during life-threatening situations, such as firefights or other active threats, including the individual being treated, is prohibited. Punishment 1 warning. MD7, gang association and criminal activity. Intentionally associating sorry about that. Intentionally associating with gangs, committing major crimes, or affiliating with factions during events is prohibited. Punishment dismissal from the faction. MD8, disrespectful conduct towards colleagues and civilians. Disrespectful behavior towards any individual is prohibited. Punishment 1 reprimand or dismissal based on faction leadership's decision. MD9, non-compliance with orders. Failing to follow orders or observe rank-based subordination. Punishment is 1 reprimand. MD10, use of personal vehicles for EMS work. Use of personal vehicles for EMS-related tasks is not allowed. Punishment 1 warning. MD11, proper role play conduct. Medical personnel must role play their duties appropriately, including interactions, dialogue, and checking surroundings during emergencies. Punishment for that is 1 warning. MD12, improper use of tasers, attacking civilians with a taser, weapon, or physical force without an RP reason. Punishment for that is dismissal from the faction. And then now we have some RP rules here. RP 13. Do you have any questions about the MD rules? Sorry.
No.
All right, the RP rules here. We have RP 13. Non-RP behavior within game factions, including unlawful release of prisoners or execution of civilians by the police. Punishment, exoneration from the faction and/or from 30 minutes in 1 state jail to 3 days ban. RP 14, sexual harassment. Any form of non-consensual sexual actions, including simulation and explicit dialogue actions, use of ethnic and/or LGBT plus slurs, or excessive attention. All sexual actions require OOC consent. Such actions should not occur in public or frequently visited areas. Punishment 60 minutes mute or up to 24 hours ban, or 24 to 30 days 24 up to 30 days ban, sorry. RP 15, disruption of faction operations. Intentionally provoking faction members for entertainment or disrupting faction operations is prohibited. Punishment 30 minutes in 1 state jail. Lastly, RP 16, criminal acts against emergency personnel. Any criminal acts towards emergency personnel is prohibited. Punishment from 90 minutes in 1 state jail to a 12-hour ban. You got any questions about that?
No.
All right, so now we're going to start with some questions. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
No, you good, you good. All right, Mo. So I'm going to go ahead and ask you about 5 questions. It's going to be a total of 10, but I will ask you 5, and then I will open it up to the floor to go ahead and ask you another 5. Are you okay with that?
Yes.
All right. Do know that is no right or wrong here. Try to answer the questions as best to your ability, as professional as you can. All right. Question number 1 to you that I have. Why did you want to go ahead and join the medical fraction?
To save lives.
Okay. My next question for you is, why is it important to always R&R, meaning record and report?
It's for the safety of myself and others.
That is correct. Always have that screen recorder on. My next question is, how would you handle a situation under pressure?
I'm not really sure. It would depend on the situation.
So if you see me and Dr. D here arguing on the floor, how would you handle that situation? How would you go about it? How would you tell us, to stop?
I would just say how it's unprofessional and we're all on the same side.
Okay, so one thing you want to do is have your screen recorder if you ever find yourself in that situation. If you try, it does get loud and hectic down there on floor 1. So if you've seen that and, it's a lot of chaos and, you're trying to tell us to stop and we can't hear you, the first thing you want to go ahead and do is make sure, too, to throw up that macro, which is asking for a higher rank to help you diffuse that situation.
Okay.
So basically, it's basically like a de-escalation, like you're trying to de-escalate that situation. All right, my next question for you is, if you got in an emergency call and you arrived to the scene and you seen a civilian, a gang member, and a police officer on the ground, who are you going to revive first and why?
The civilian.
Great answer. Great answer. And now do keep in mind, if you ever on a scene and you see that it's not hectic, and you did pick up your civilian, if you had the time, you can go ahead and pick up somebody else, but you would go ahead and I will want to go ahead and pick up the police officer, just FYI. But yeah.
If you want the CPR runs and like you go into your red circle, pick up the person in the red circle first, and then when it's safe to do so, pick up anybody else.
Right, which is his civilian. My next question to you is, what if two mistakes you made in the medical fraction since being here, and how did you learn from the mistakes?
One mistake, I administered meds to somebody in the blue zone, but one of the
Oh,
doctors corrected me.
oh, yeah, no, never do that again. All right. My last fifth question to you is gonna be, how many people to a desk, and in what rank order should they be in?
Two in each desk, so like four at the desk. I want to say the first rank is Maroon.
I know it's a little confusing, but it's brown, then maroon. Okay,
All right, brown, maroon, white, green.
brown, maroon, blue, white, then green. Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and open the floor. I'm gonna go ahead and start with Miss Tia. Did you have any questions for Mo?
Um, how would you handle yourself in a stressful situation?
So that's
So it would just depend on
Like,
the situation. And
how would you handle yourself under pressure? If you had mad people coming up to you in HP, you getting overwhelmed, how would you handle yourself in that situation?
I would ask for help for one of my colleagues.
and I did go ahead and ask him that
Oh, you
question,
did.
like
My
how would
bad. I
he
was
handle
in the shower.
it?
Sorry. My bad.
No, you're good. You're good. You good.
Dang. All right. When are you allowed to go out the front of the HP?
I think when you're rank 6 or higher.
Right.
Yes, it's 6 or higher, right? That's correct. Yep.
Yeah.
Correct.
And hmm, when are you allowed to pick up any? Hold on, cause my mom mad loud. So sorry, y'all. Hold on.
You good.
I'll finish up for you if you want.
No,
You said
I got to ask two questions. So, are you allowed to pick up anyone around HP?
No.
Okay, go ahead then, Mr. Duali.
you done. All right. All right. You said don't pick up
Duality.
nobody around HP. You said you know not to pick up anybody around the territories, the blue areas. There's one more. Where's that last place that you can't pick up anybody?
The Army base.
Okay, you on the money with that one. What else could I ask you? What do you think is like an important quality of a medical professional?
Their professionalism and how they handle themselves in situations.
That's a great answer. One thing. One more.
I'll ask one more.
All right.
What is MD-12 and why must we follow?
Mm.
I don't remember that one.
It's all right.
It's,
Let's explain it to him.
it's okay.
MD12 is the improper use of tasers. When you get to your white scrub, you'll get a taser, and you're only allowed to use it once. Like you shoot the person with it once after you throw up your macro, and then you flee the scene. So if you're caught like just using it consecutively or using it for no reason, that's dismissal from the faction. Just like MD2, it's usually having a gun out, dismissal from the faction.
Okay.
If you
I'm
get
about,
caught,
so I said 12. I meant to say 2, but
I know that's what I brought up too.
I damn meant 2. I'm sorry. Because I was about to say the gun situation, but yeah.
If that's
All
any
right.
questions, go ahead, Melly. You can finish up.
All right, Mo. Well, I don't have any more questions for you. So this today is going to conclude Mr. Mo's statics interview.